called Lawyer Howard by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom to the elect. These brothers out there pushing this truth. You know what I'm saying? Across the four corners of the earth. Basically, what I'm about to get into is false accusations. You see what I'm saying? And that's always going to be an attribute of men of the Lord in this thing. You see what I'm saying? Because whenever the gospel was preached, that meant we was in captivity. You see what I'm saying? So you was speaking against the country. You be speaking against, you know what I'm saying, basically what was done to your people in order to what? Wake your people up as to not be accountable as to what was going on in the country. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't supposed to trust in oppression. It's a oppression maketh a wise man mad. You see what I'm saying? So if you see somebody basically standing up trying to bring you back to your nationality and, you know, get this knowledge through to you, what? The enemy, in order not to, you shall know the truth shall make you free. So we in captivity in order what? For you not to get that message that's going to make you free. People will start false accusing you of things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So when you're a man of the Lord, that's just things that you got to prepare for. So I got a couple of scriptures. I'm about to jump into Acts real quick as to this is something that's Stephen, because they basically was like criticizing Stephen because he was like the Lord was going to destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the infrastructure of the world. When that's what the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? And the power of his coming. It said that in 2 Thessalonians. You see what I'm saying? So we was just basically reading the scriptures off of what it said, and they didn't want to face the facts that the Lord just wasn't dealing with. We was going to one day do away with wickedness, and that's today. Let me jump to Acts real quick. I'm going to start off with that, and then I'm going to get a couple other scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Clarifying that you're going to be falsely accused in this thing and all that. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't. The Lord, he said, before they spring forth, I tell you them. You see what I'm saying? So this Acts chapter, this Acts chapter 6 and 14. Well, I'm going to start at 13. And set up false witnesses, which said, this man ceaseth not to speak blasphemous words against this holy place and the law. For we have heard him say that this Hamashiach or Yahweh Shah shall destroy this place and shall change the customs which Moses delivered us. Right? Because basically, this was our people basically snitching on us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we have heard him say, right, but this is a prophet of the Lord in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So that's letting you know what real prophets will go through. When you go to Luke 4 and 24, it say what? Verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country. Right, you're not going to be accepted here. You're going to be persecuted constantly. You see what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Let me get a couple other scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Let me get Exodus chapter 20 and 16. That's why the Lord, he tell us to deal honestly with our people. You see what I'm saying? Don't false accuse with none of that. Deal honestly with your people. You see what I'm saying? Live an honest life, period. Let me go into Exodus real quick. That's why I say, matter of fact, scratch that. Let me jump to Psalms 58. It's Psalms 58:1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. Right. You see what I'm saying? They'll falsely accuse you and try to, you know, basically make you look like a bad person. But are you speaking righteousness? You see what I'm saying? Are you walking in the way of this Bible? Because your society is abominable. You see what I'm saying? And it's wicked. And that's what you teaching. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's saying Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Because what? Psalms 96 and 5, all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Right. So the Lord not even dealing with these other nations. You see what I'm saying? So they have no choice but to what? Practice wickedness. They say their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Right. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they serpents. You see what I'm saying? Basically, they make it seem like they doing what's right, but it's not. So you being false accused, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Let me jump to Psalms 119. The Lord said what? Is Isaiah 42 and 9. Before they spring forth, I tell you what them. Right. This Psalms 119 and 69. It say the proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with thy whole heart. Right. Their heart is fed as grease, but I delight in thy law. Right. They can't see clearly. They mind clogged up with foolishness. You see what I'm saying? So they can't see clearly. But what? My delight is in the law. That's why I even know that the proud one forged a lie against me, because what? I'm constantly in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Basically, the scriptures is like a timeline of prophecy. And if you come in a volume of the book, that's going to make you a very solid stone. You see what I'm saying? Because your life in here, you already know what you're going to go through. And that's why what? The Lord was all about what? Fulfilling prophecy was it when he was here. The Lord put it in him to what? Fulfill prophecy while he was here. You see what I'm saying? So, it tell you what? I'm going to read that again. Psalms 119 and 69. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Right. Their heart fed as grease. I'm teaching them the truth. You see what I'm saying? The Bible. I'm reading it straight out the Bible, and I'm explaining it correctly. You see what I'm saying? But what? They mind clogged up with foolishness, wickedness, and falsehood, and vanity. You see what I'm saying? But once again, that's something that we're going to have to go through to be who we supposed to be. Let me jump there. I'm going to get two more scriptures. This is a short clipping. I'm going to get Isaiah 32:6. One of my favorite scriptures concerning the matter. This Isaiah 32:6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, right, to practice hypocrisy, right. That means they lie in wait. Because even before I first came to the truth, they lie in wait and scope out anybody that's not really doing what they want. Really, we read the Maccabees, they trying to enforce their new world order. So they'll lie in wait secretly, and they were putting people to, well, they'll put you to death, basically, man. If you ain't going according to that. Basically, this is the reincarnation of Maccabees. They try and enforce their new world order and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's all mischief. You see what I'm saying? Basically. So the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord. Right, utter error against the Lord. Because what? The Lord said what? In Luke 1:70, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. So now when you speak against his prophets, you utter an error against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? To make empty the soul of the hungry, right? Because you got a lot of our people out here, they spiritually hungry for this truth. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know who they are, and they don't know the ways that they supposed to be walking in. And if it's constantly being pushed in their heads, then you'll have what? The ones that's supposed to follow to start following. And to make empty the soul of the hungry, and will cause the drink of the thirsty to fill. Right, this is like a spiritual thirst. This is like water to a dry soul. You know what I'm saying? Right, the valley of the dry bones. This like water to a dry soul, basically. You see what I'm saying? That don't know what's going on. Why pops and moms not in the house? Why, you know what I'm saying, brothers not getting along for real, for real? You know what I'm saying? Why we under the so-called white man? You know what I'm saying? Who are our forefathers? It's the things like that. That spiritual thirst to a thirsty soul, where you just somewhere and they told you just was a black, Latino, or Native American, and they set you somewhere in an area and basically set up a society for you to fail. So this is spiritually, this is like a spiritual bottle of water right here. You see what I'm saying? And if you stay by, you continue to grow and be nourished and be healthy and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It say the instruments also the churl are evil. He devised right. The churl is basically getting into the new world order. You know what I'm saying? They trying to practice this one world order to where as though there's only one God, is only, you know what I'm saying, one type of educational things that's being pushed out and all that. You see what I'm saying? That's what they doing. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, right? Because when you jump to Psalms 37, let me get it real quick. Most likely, a man of the Lord gonna be poor, a true man, because it's required of you to forsake all. You see what I'm saying? And basically come out of the world, because the fashion of this world passes away. So what? It'll be in your wise and not even be in the world. This Psalms 37:16, and little that a righteous man has.